or sky, depending on where you're viewing the show from. That will be the exit point of the U.S. Army Golden Knights as they get ready for their full demonstration. Now that airplane, keep an eye on it, it's going to climb up to 2,000 feet. And we will look down at the target area of the U.S. Army Golden Knights, and I will introduce those men to you as they are doing the duty of dirt right underneath that black and gold banner as an International Controlled Air Show. ICAS Foundation.org. Don't hesitate to download an application, fill it out, submit it, and you may be the recipient of one of our scholarships or grants given out for flight training each and every year in the name of some of our air show greats. Food for gifts all throughout the areas. We have hats, we have patches, we have pins, we have much more. And while there's a little time, let me tell you about the people that make this show so great. I'm able to be here because he's in training right now with Colonel Mark Malloy of the 1st Fighter Wing. He is the wing commander. He is just busy doing other things. He would like to be here, but he can't. Thank you to the Vice Commander, Colonel Kevin Maston. Command Chief is Chief Master Sergeant Kevin D. Jartella. And from the 633rd Easy for you to say. Air Base Wing, we heard comments from our commander, Base Commander Colonel Spirit, of community, warmth of family, and pride of membership. Folks, if you've never tried the financial services of a credit union, especially your Langley Federal Credit Union, you might try it. They are user-friendly. They have your interest as a member at heart. Their rates are great. Their service is thorough. And they treat you the way you should be treated at a financial institution. Thank you, Langley Federal Credit Union. Thank you to our local Ford dealers. Ford, Drive One. What a great American success story. And Gary Sinise has got the Lieutenant Dan Band. Some family members in his band, they are talented. They volunteered to play in our outdoor theater in the woods one evening in Oshkosh. And they were going to close out the evening. Now the theater in the woods is very close to the camping area. And Gary Sinise and the Lieutenant Dan Band had the biggest audience ever in that open-air theater known as the Theater in the Woods. People had brought blankets from their campers and cushions, and they were way out in the grassy area. There was reported to be 8,000 of them out there. We will probably get the team exiting behind us. And again, it's because of Mother Nature's winds that will drift them back over the top of the spectators with the tailwind and back into the target area, which is indicated by that black and gold banner that is out on the tarmac. Now you see the airplane doing little corrections? They're minor corrections, 5 and 10 degree corrections, but that's the precision that the team wants. Get me directly over that target. If it's 3 degrees to the right, you do it. All right, watch the airplane. Remember, they're going to come out to the tail of the aircraft. This should be the opening jumper and the team narrator. One jumper out, and we will introduce that man to you. His name is Sergeant Tom Frida. He is under a free fall. He's from Vero Beach, Florida. He has 550 jumps. Watch Sergeant Frida and listen to this. WMIA flag, denoting over 2,000 missing and unaccounted for in Southeast Asia, and the motto just underneath the symbol. These words: "You are not forgotten." Right on the target, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant John Frida, 500 down at 51 jumps from Vero Beach, Florida. Any gift need, doesn't matter who it is. If you see something that's neat, you've got a child or a relative off in college, somewhere else, that couldn't be here this weekend, you can send it to them. You got somebody you know in an assisted living environment, nursing home, they would appreciate these type of gifts. If you know a man or a woman in military uniform, any place around America or around the world, who would love a gift, you can send it to them. Say thank you for allowing us the freedom of an airfield while you are out defending our
At this time, members of the gold demonstration team are circling high overhead and are distinctively painted C-31 aircraft at an altitude of 2,000 feet. At this time, the jump master is actually looking out the left door of this aircraft. His head is outside in the wind and the cold. Through a series of hand and arm signals, the jump master is relaying heading directions to the pilots, maneuvering the aircraft to a precise exit point for the jumpers. Watch closely, as you may see the nose of this aircraft move slightly left or right in response to the steering instructions. The aircraft has been slowed to a staged exit speed of 120 miles per hour. The stage freeze as the free fall parachute at terminal velocity. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention show center. As the aircraft gracefully crosses overhead, the jumpers around and the smoke is on. And there you have, ladies and gentlemen, the high-flying black and gold of your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights. The parachutes used by the Army parachute team are a flexible wing glider. They are constructed of a lightweight ripstop nylon and have an inherent forward airspeed of 22 miles per hour. To turn left, the jumper simply pulls down on the left steering line. To turn right, the jumper will pull down on the right steering line. As the jumper nears the ground, he will pull down on both steering lines simultaneously for the safest and softest possible landing. At 1,000 feet, the jumper does what's called a wind penetration check, checking his distance and speed across the ground. He will fly a downwind lane. Then a base lane, 90 degrees to the target, and then he'll take into the wind for a final approach. As the jumper nears the target, watch the minor corrections and use the pain. A target area landing, ladies and gentlemen. Bring in that beautiful safe flag. Watch the minor corrections as you jump near the target area. For a beautiful dead center landing, ladies and gentlemen. And here for our third jumper, bringing in the Army Star. Showing us the full characteristics of that canopy. Oh, nice target area landing. The jump master gives us a cross arm signal of on target, signifying that the airspace is clear and that it's safe to jump. Thumbs up signal given. Watch momentarily. The jumpers around and the smoke is on. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the high-flying black and gold of your United States States Army Parachute Team, the Golden Knights. Now, as you may have guessed, these jumpers are faced with a unique situation. A traffic jam in the sky. They must stage vertical separation to allow for individual approaches into the target area. This is accomplished by pulling on the front of the parachute and firing down the speed of 60 miles per hour. To set up a traffic pattern, just like you might see aircraft at a busy airport. Ladies and gentlemen, you notice the black canopy. It is our team leader for the Gold Demonstration Team. She has that distinctive Army Star canopy. High standards identify the individual members of the United States Army Parachute Team. We are selected not only for our parachuting skills, but for our social abilities as well. As Golden Knights, we are defenders and ambassadors. This is the uniform of the United States Army Parachute Team. It takes a great deal of concentration in order to land dead center of the target. The jumper will keep a sharp lookout on the windsock located in the target area. One final approach, he will shift all of his concentration to that small black dot in the center of that orange X. As he turns into his final approach, sashaying back and forth to bleed off a little bit of altitude. Give it some brake input. Little brake. Team leader for the Gold Demonstration Team. For a nice dead center landing. You may notice the tail of the parachute curl under. This slows the forward speed while reducing the jumper's rated descent. Showing you the full characteristics of the round air parachute for a nice target area landing. Bring it in for the third jumper. Touchdown! We have more computers than IBM, more aircraft than any major airline, and as always, offers you an unparalleled opportunity to become Army Strong. If you have any questions about the many opportunities in the United States Army, please feel free to contact your local army recruiter who is here at the show today, or give us a call at 1-800-USA-ARMY. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention high overhead as our aircraft is inbound for the third and final pass of today's performance. And the jumpers are around. Ladies and gentlemen, the pilots flying our C-31 aircraft today. Piloted today, Mr. A-Bear and Major Blackwood of A-6. Mr. A-Bear has flown over 16,000 flying hours, over 40 years with the military. And Major Blackwood is commander of the aviation section, known as the leader of Team 6. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you look high above. Our smoke chain is out. The smoke chain is made of twisted steel 36 feet with a smoke canister every 6 feet. The United States Army Parachute Team is comprised mostly of non-commissioned officers. The 86 men and women of the Golden Knights come from various jobs throughout the Army to spend 3 years on one of the 5 major sections on the United States Army Parachute Team. Our administration section, which contains the Office of Command, Parachute Maintenance Section, and Media Relations. Our competition section has 2 teams, the Style and Accuracy Team and the Free Fall Formation Team. These are our last 2 jumpers. have, ladies and gentlemen, the high flying, black and gold, United States Army Parachute Team, the Golden Knights, performing the difficult duties of ground control. From Top Rock, Puerto Rico, he's an airborne infantryman with 107 free-fall parachute jumps, Sergeant George Perez. From Charleston, South Carolina, he's an airborne infantryman with 420 free-fall parachute jumps, Sergeant First Class Brian Dilley. And now for your jumpers. From Lakewood, California, he's an airborne infantryman with 3,569 free-fall parachute jumps. Sergeant First Class Tom Gunning. From Orlando, Florida, he's a parachute maintenance technician with 1,050 free-fall parachute jumps. Specialist Jesse Dollar. From Robertsville, West Virginia, he's an airborne columnist with 1,250 free-fall parachute jumps. Sergeant Richard Sloan. From Salem, Ohio, he's a parachute maintenance technician with 2,430 free-fall parachute jumps. Sergeant Chris Clark. From Canby, Oregon, he's a recon specialist with 750 free-fall parachute jumps. Sergeant First Class Justin Peregrine. From Fort Worth, Texas, he's an airborne cavalry scout with 1,400 free-fall parachute jumps. That's Sergeant Chris Acevedo. From Sarasota, Florida, he's an airborne parachute maintenance technician with 1,230 free-fall parachute jumps. That's Sergeant Tom Nelson. And leading the Golden Knights in free-fall, from Yuma, Arizona, he's an airborne ranger with 3,850 free-fall parachute jumps. Sergeant First Class J.D. Barentis. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to introduce you, the Golden Demonstration Team, all members of your United States Army Parachute Team, the Golden Knights. Now, in keeping with the long-standing Golden Knight tradition, we would like to present today's baton, which was thrown in free-fall, to a distinguished member of today's audience. Mr. Richard Hadley has stepped forward and been introduced to the team leader. He will be presented with today's baton and meet the individual team members. Mr. Richard Hadley was born March 16, 1944. He graduated with a Bachelor of Arts from the Virginia Military Institute in 1966. Then went on to receive a Bachelor of Law degree from the University of Richmond Law School in 1959. Mr. Hadley served as an infantry officer in the United States Army from 1969 to 1971. He was awarded the Bronze Star for his service in Vietnam. Mr. Hadley currently sits as the president of Hall, Boston Hadley Attorneys and is a member of the Virginia Trial Lawyers Association, the Virginia Association of Defense Attorneys, and the Hampton Bar Association. Mr. Hadley serves the community as a member of the Land Civic Leaders Association. He is a past distinguished president of Warwick, Hawaii. Mr. Hadley is married to the Honorable Isabel Hadley and has two sons, the Honorable Richard Hadley Jr. and Michael Hadley, Esquire. The positron is symbolic in nature is that it has 8 sides representing the 8 individual pieces of the jumper's equipment used in free-fall parachute jump. They include the helmet, the goggles, the jumpsuit, the altimeter, the jump boots, and the container housing both the main and reserve parachute. Mr. Hadley, the United States Army, the Golden Knights, and the great state of Virginia proudly salute you. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our performance of the
with our POW MIA flag and providing the narration.